How to calculate your monthly pension payout on the SSNIT calculator portal or the SSNIT self-service portal. Right, so as asked earlier from you, my audience, I asked if you wanted me to find out how much certain group of people make when they go on pension. The SSNIT monthly payout data was shared earlier, and it was noted that according to SSNIT, the minimum amount somebody gets monthly or a pensioner gets monthly is 300 Ghana cedis, and the highest is around 26,500 Ghana cedis. So from 300 Ghana cedis all the way to 26,000, the difference is really vast. So what happened? Okay, so there is the need for you as a worker to know how to calculate your pension monthly payout before the day is due, so that when you go on pension, you don't find yourself wanting. All right, so first, we made a call to the SSNIT office to confirm how to make the calculation. So we will take you through all the process in making the calculation. The first one have to do with going to the self-service portal where there is an estimate calculator. It is not 100% accurate because certain figures may change, but it gives you a clear or a bigger idea of how much you are going to earn at the end of the month when you go on pension. So here is how to use the SSNIT pension calculator to check how much you earn or you get when you go on pension. As we mentioned earlier, the minimum amount of pension payout monthly is Ghana Cedi 300, and the highest is around 26,500 a month. Now, to use the calculator, we will take you there in the next video. So there's a full video on it and it's part of this file. So just keep watching and you will see the video. We will take the estimate value and we will use it. Right, one of our workers here will use his basic pay to do it for you to see. So keep watching to know every detail that is required. So subscribe to this our channel now, and you can see that all the videos we are giving you are accurate and things that you need. Only accurate information is posted here, nothing else. Now, to calculate, you go to your web browser, search the SSNIT pension calculator or pension estimator, then or go to the SSNIT main website and click on self-service. We will take you there in a moment, but there's something you should know before we take you there. Note that the results generated are estimates and not actual pension figures. Your actual benefits may be more or less and will depend on the age you plan to retire, your total number of contribution payments at retirement, and your 3 best years annual salaries. The value of these factors can change over time. So you may think that it is going to be, you are taking 4,000 Ghana cedis, but you don't know, maybe the following year there's going to be an increment of 10%, 20%, 3%. You are not going to know unless it gets there. So that is why it is an estimate, but it gives you a clear reflection of the value range. If you are in the 20,000s, you know that definitely that's where you're going to be. If you are in the hundreds or 300s, you know that that's definitely where you're going to be. Okay. And one key factor is that you must be at least 55 years and also meet the minimum required monthly contribution, which is 240 months for PNDC law 247 and 180 months for Act 766 to estimate your benefit. You will need to be logged into your real contribution information to estimate your benefit. So there is the SSNIT e-payslip data that is sent to your email every month. In our previous file, we sent you how to get the email data and how to retrieve to know how much you have contributed so far and whether your contribution is being paid or not. If it is not being paid, you will get to know from that data that over the past 3 months or 4 months, your contribution is not paid. All right. So to qualify for old age pension, the member must be at least 60 years and must have contributed a minimum of 180 months, 15 years under at 766, and 240 months, that's 20 years under PNDC law 247. The member who is 55 years but below 60 years receive reduced pension, while the 60 years old receive full pension. All right. So let's first do an estimate and make the calculation and see. Then we'll go to basis for calculation of old age pension, and we'll also go to the percentage calculations. So the percentage calculation, let's look at basis for calculation of old age pension, and you will understand this. So the data is on the screen, as you can see. So basis for calculation of old age pension, the age, average of best 36 months or 3 years salary. Earn pension right, that's rating for the number of months you have contributed to the scheme. So you can earn a pension right between 37.5% and 60%, depending on the number of months contributed at the time of retirement. Example, the minimum contribution of 180 months gives a pension right of 37.5%. Every additional month over the 180 months attract an additional percentage of 0.09375% or 1.125% for 1 year respectively. So to calculate, multiply your best 36 month 3 years average salary by your pension right. So here the pension right is 2.5% for each year of contribution for the first 15 years and 1.125 for every additional year. So here you can see year of contribution and pension right. So if you contribute for 15 years, you earn a pension right of 37.50. If you contribute for 16 years, you earn a pension right of 38.63. If for 25 years you have contributed, you earn a pension right of 48.75. So if you earn that of 26 years, contribute for 26 years, you earn a pension right of 49.88%. And for 35 years and above, you earn a pension right of 60%. So yes, you may all earn for on 60 years each, but your pension amount will not be the same because the pension right, somebody may have contributed for a longer period. So you have contributed for 60 months, the other colleague may have contributed for just 180 months, that is 15 years, and so the pensions will not be the same, the values will differ. All right, so based on this, let us use the pension calculator for somebody who has contributed for 180 months, that is 15 years, and let's see how much the person will earn. To calculate your monthly pension or estimate, here's what you do. First, go to your ePaySlip portal or your pension portal. Then check the minimum basic salary, your basic salary. So if your basic salary is 4,200 or 250, multiply that by 12 to get the annual salary. Now that you have calculated or known the annual salary, you can easily get that one from your pay slip. So on your pay slip, like the one over here, this is somebody's pay slip that is found on online. It was already on Google, roaming there. So here, when you scroll down or when you scroll to the top, you will see the monthly basic salary, which is about 2,000 something. Then when you scroll down, you see the annual salary, which is 25,375.80. This is the annual salary. So you can pick this data as the annual salary from there, and then we'll go to the calculator. Or you can also take the You can also take the SSNIT e-statement. On the e-statement, that is the PDF that is sent to your email. When you go there, you can see, after you have entered your password, the password method is in the email. The process is in the email. Check it out. After you have entered the PDF file, then you can check on the e-statement your best year and even your annual salary from there. It is boldly written there. You can pick that one from there and bring it to the calculator. So let's go to the calculator. So let's go to your browser. Your browser will load, and you type in the SSNIT pension calculator like this, and it will load. So the first one, SSNIT pension estimator, you click on it, and there we go. So estimation, so this is an estimate. So date of birth, date of retirement. So let's assume that the person would retire this year, January 20. So the date of birth is 01. So 1st January 20. That will be 19. 2024 minus 60. That will give us 1964. So 1964. Oh, 01 01 1964 picked. So 01 01 2024, that one too picked. Okay, so you have to enter all those things into the data here. 01 hyphen 1964 64. Oh, what's happening? Okay, so 01. Okay, so they want me to pick it from here. 0101 19. So let's go down to 1964. 1964. So 1950, 1950, 1960, 64. Okay, so 1964, January 1. So January 1, 1964. Alright, so January 1, 1964. Then we'll select again the current year. The current year. Alright, so here 2024 January 1. Okay, here the number of months contributed. Number of months, we'll take the minimum, which is 180 months. Then best year, so go to your pay slip, or the e-statement portal and check the best 3 years salary. So best 3 years there. So the last 3 years or the third year, 3 years ago, your salary, your annual. So you go to the annual and take it there. So that's 50,800. Then the second year, which is 51,800. This is an average or estimate. So 52,800. Okay, you will see the annual salary on your pay slip at the down left corner. The first one, annual salary, you see there. Or you can multiply your basic salary by 12 to get a figure. It's the same thing. Okay, so here, then you go to estimates. So your retirement age is 60 years. You qualify for full pension. Annual pension is 19,425. Monthly pension is 1,618.75. pension right is 37.5, which is the minimum on it. All right, so 37.5 because you have contributed for only 180 months. Every additional 1 year will attract 1.1 percent increment. So if you have contributed for 35 years and above, you would have gotten a pension right of times 60 or 60%, and that will raise your money. So it's not just about getting the 180 or the minimum, it's about also getting the contributing for more years. Okay, so to increase your pension, it means that you must contribute for more years or more months, and also your last 3 years must be very good. So if you are in an institution where they are not paying you very well, your last 3 years before pension, dear, you must go to a good place so that your pension must be extremely good. Your annual salary must be extremely good. If not, you have to top up so that when you go on pension, you can. All right, so somebody will ask, what if, how long can I continue to receive the pension? Let's continue. If you have not subscribed, then subscribe. Let's look at how long will payment be made. So when you are taking a pension, how long would that payment be made before it will stop? Note that when you are taking pension, it does not cease until you die. So your payment, even if you are 100 years, you continue to receive your pension monthly payment. But what happens if I just start taking it and then something happens and I'm gone? What will happen? So let's look at the death and survivors lump sum. Death and survivors lump sum is benefits paid to nominated or eligible beneficiaries of a deceased contributor or pensioner. It can also be paid to persons upon an order by a court of competent jurisdiction. This benefit is paid when a member dies in active service or during retirement and have not attained the age of 72 years for those under PNDC Law 247 and 75 years for those under National Pension Law, which is Act 766, respectively. Deceased members beneficiary will be identified and all benefit due paid to the beneficiaries identified. Survivors lump sum. This benefit is paid to dependents of members under the following conditions: when the member dies before retirement, or when a pensioner dies before attaining age 75. So when you are taking pension after 60 years, you 61, 70, 72, you can continue to take. But when you are not more than 75 and you die, your pension lump sum is supposed to be given to the survivor again. So calculation of survivor's lump sum, the benefit, all this can be found on the SSNIT main website and benefits portal. Or when you go to seekersnewsgh.com, there is a link that will direct you to the SSNIT portal where you can get all the information. It is important that you know so that the money doesn't remain with SSNIT. You can go for it. The benefit is computed as follows: where a member dies having made at least 12 months contribution within the last 36 months prior to the death of the member, a lump sum payment of the earned pension of the deceased member for a period of 15 years will be paid. The amount will be the present value discounted and paid to the member's nominated dependent. Where a member died before making at least 12 months contribution within the last 36 months, a lump sum equal to the total contribution and interest shall be paid to the nominated dependent. Also, where a pensioner died before attaining age 75, that's taking the money before 75, a lump sum payment based on the present value of the unexpired pension of the member will be paid to the beneficiary. So how do you apply? Report the death of the member to the nearest SSNIT branch with any of the following preliminary evidence: letter from the employer where available, So you take a letter from the employer that the person is gone. Then affidavit from chief of the village or town. Then police reports. The following secondary evidence of death could be accepted in addition to the above mentioned: the posters and burial permits. On receiving information of the death of a member, there's need to identify the nominated dependents and request them to apply for the benefits. A dependent may call at a SSNIT of branch to collect or complete the submit an application form with the following: the membership certificate of the deceased if available, birth certificate of the minors if applicable, a bank account number that bears the dependent's name, evidence of bank account details, a photo identity card. SSNIT will process the application and lump sum payment will be made into the account. You can read more of this on the SSNIT main portal or benefits portal. So snit.org.gh/about-us-benefits. You can get all the information there. Do not sit if your father, your mother, a beneficiary, or somebody cannot have access to the information. Share this information with them so that they know that it is important to pay the SSNIT, even if it is small amounts. It is good to pay it, and the benefits are enormous. So, this was made based on request. Kindly subscribe to this our channel. So, this was made because members or audience wanted to know how much they will be making at the end of the month when they go on pension. So when you go on pension, this is the amount you are going to make. You can use the SSNIT calculator